low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range, cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why they say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything
Hey, hey, hey! How y'all doing? Man, oh man, what an intro. Happy Wednesday to you all. Thank you guys so much for coming to the live. Listen, y'all know, was it last week? I think it was last week. I decided to go ahead and start a membership, and I'm like, I got to do something for my members, for my Soul Tribe fam out there that has really taken the time to support this channel and go ahead and sign up for the membership. This is my special gift for you. So, all of you that have signed up, this is your time to shine. Any kind of question you have for me, I will answer it live. You can ask any question, and when it comes to love, general, whatever you got going on, I got you. Remember, it's only one question per member. And if you're currently not a member, it's not too late. You can still sign up to become a member on this channel. The cool thing about the membership is it does come along with other perks. It's not just this reading here. I do intend to do more with the channel with the membership to give people more of an inside look into my everyday life, get more visuals of me face to face, because I know some of you guys enjoy seeing me on the camera, and also give you guys more readings, more content that is exclusive for my members. Some other perks as a member you get is you get 10% off anything purchased on my website. So that means if you want to purchase a reading, if you want to purchase any of the merchandise that I do sell, a service, whatever I do provide, that is another perk about being a member. There is a special code that you will just click on, copy and paste it at checkout, and you'll use that code at checkout for being a member, and voila, like magic, you get 10% off. One of the other things that I'm planning to do with the membership for those that are new here is just kind of like make member only chats like this video here. So the cool thing about the member only chats is it allows only the members to exclusively have access to communicate with me on a live. And what better way than having free mini readings? And I may actually start kind of hosting this maybe monthly for members. I'm not sure yet. Don't quote me on that, but I'm just trying to get some insight from you members on what you guys actually want. Because of course this is your baby. I'm just here to give you what the people want. But if you haven't joined and you haven't become a member, this is the information right here. You can go ahead and click on that join button down there underneath the video, or you can go ahead and click on the link in the pinned comments, and it'll give you all the rundown of everything that's included in the membership. But for today, it is ask any question you would like. Now, for those that are new here, welcome to Mika Divine Spiritual Guidance. Your girl is a tarot reader, spiritualist, healer, and the one that's going to keep it real. Okay, I'm going to keep it 100 with you. So if you're new here, welcome. We have a lot of fun here. There's a lot of amazing videos and content out there that we've done recently. And depending on how I feel a little bit later, I'm feeling a little bit under the weather, guys. So I'm going to try to come on and do a reading for you guys a little bit later, but we'll just see how things pan out with this, because at this time I'm kind of waiting on members to see what they want to see. So again, it's only $9.99. That's it. Only $9.99 today to join, to be a member, and you get all those amazing perks as well as exclusive content that other people that are subscribed to the channel will not actually see. So really, really cool. All right. And for those that don't know, we have T Rose here in the building, one of our amazing mods, keeping you guys in line, answering any questions you have as we go through this reading. So before we actually start any mini readings, I'll go ahead and do a quick collective read and then we'll begin. Divine spirit guides and ancestors, please protect me and my viewers as I tap into the divination of tarot, removing all negative energies sent to me and my viewers. It's not welcome here. We return all negative energies to the sender tenfold. May the sacredness of this tarot reading and the intuitive downloads coming through bring the clear and concise messages that my viewers need to hear. Thank you. Amen, amen. And happy birthday to T Rose. Happy birthday. Wow. Is it today? Wow. Awesome. Oh man, I hope you get to do something exciting for your birthday weekend. As you guys know, T Rose has been a part of the channel. I would say, how long, T Rose? It's been a few months, and religiously, her as well as amazing mod Lisa has definitely been coming through every single day, putting up with my mess, putting up with my long reads, and also helping all of you. I couldn't think of any better name to call our membership, but Soul Fam Tribe, because we do feel like fam, we feel like we are spiritually connected because we are. So with that being said, let's do a quick collective and then we'll see if any members want to jump on to get their free reading. Again, all you got to do is hit join. And once you hit join, you just go ahead and start asking your questions in the chat. I'll click on your question, it'll pop on the screen, and you'll get your full detailed reading. All right. And happy birthday, T Rose. My gift to you, I'll do a question for you. So if you want to come up with a question, drop it in the chat. My gift to you for all that you do for the channel. Thank you so much. Spirit, tell me a little bit about the collective. What does the collective need to know at this time? What does the collective need to know at this time? So we have the Ace of Cups in the reverse. We have Justice. And we have the High Priestess in the reverse. Many of you collective could be in a space right now where you're really trying to move on and move past such a devastating time in your life. And I think for a lot of you, it's connected to some type of love situation that may have hurt you. So you're trying your best to just recover, move forward, and really just trying to, feel better. Of course, it's going to take a lot of time to heal, but this is also a time to pause, and think about everything that's occurred in your life. Hey, Jasmine. Thank you so much for joining the Soul Tribe. All you got to do is just type your question in the chat and I'll get to you next, love. Thank you so much for joining the Soul Tribe. Welcome. I feel like for many of you guys, you're on a mission. You're on a mission of healing. You're on a mission of moving away from something that no longer serves you because it broke you down. It hurts you. But you've learned from this. I feel like this has been a very reflective period most recently. Yeah, during that period, most recently, you've been very reflective about this. And after realizing the lesson that you've learned from that experience, you're like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and take that leap of faith. I'm going to go ahead and take that leap of faith and I'm going to go towards what I want because what I want is no longer here. Hmm. So, with justice, all you have to really think about in this space right now is what is fair? What is just? Because some of you guys are really struggling with this part where you're thinking about, okay, well, what is my next steps? How do I make sure that I ensure that I get treated fairly, that I have a fair, loving experience? I really feel like if this is your reading, in this moment, you don't want to fight, you don't want to argue, you don't want drama. But then there's a part of you too that is needing clarity on those steps forward. It's almost like you felt like whatever you were involved in the past was bad, was a bad investment, something you probably shouldn't have done. And I really honestly feel like whatever that thing was that you had to release and let go, um, it's kind of making you a bit nervous about moving forward. But I'm here to tell you and reassure you that you have all the tools that you need. You have all the tools that you need. Spirit is just saying taking your time is vital. Don't rush. Don't worry. Because where you're going or where you're headed is definitely going to be something that's going to make you feel very satisfied that you made that risk to step forward and to go towards what you want. I think for some of you guys, if you were dealing with someone who was very like very treating you like an option or was undecided about you, the lesson all was about you finding justice in only accepting what you deserve. That was the big lesson. Like not settling, not allowing yourself to just sit in something that isn't emotionally fulfilling. Hey, Janae. Yeah. So, what I feel like is happening is in the near future, secretly, you're getting your power back. You're getting your power back. It may come off to your other person as you being quite stubborn, giving them a hard time. They may not know what you have going on. It's like you're like top secret trying to navigate through your steps forward, but you're doing this in silence. It's almost like you're not really trying to um really make it blatantly clear to this person or to the world what you got going on. You know, you have a lot that you have to navigate through, and even though this is a burden that you feel like you have to deal with, getting that power and control back in your life is so important. One thing I would say, if this is your reading, is be careful that you don't overthink what you're doing, that you don't put too much on your plate. Give yourself grace. I think some of you guys may actually be making the step forward now to break yourself free or work on getting peace back into your life. But if you're not careful and you don't do the step of the healing, what can actually happen is it can come across as, trying to do too much. And that can come across as a burden. And I don't want that for you because I do see the energy here where you may be slightly overwhelmed. And this can cause burnout and lack of motivation. And then the tower repeats the lesson of knowing your worth, knowing that you got to also take care of self. It's not just how people treat you, but also how you treat yourself. I think what's holding you back, a lot of you, like say if this is also a story of people who are scared to go out here and date again, it's because you keep reliving the past, ruminating on the past, and that's burdening you. The control, the manipulation of this other energy, that could be burdening you. And so when I'm talking about resting and really just taking your time and practicing self-care, that is so, so important, collective. So make sure that you do that. Please make sure you do that. All right. And I guess I'll get Enchanted Path Oracle with some advice. And then we're going to get right into the mini reads. I see y'all coming through. Thank y'all so much for joining the Soul Tribe fam. Remember, it's only $10, y'all. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Portia, how you doing, girl? Thank you so much for joining the Soul Tribe. That's what's up. All right, let's see. What advice? Yes. It's like I'm psychic or something. What do we got? We got healing. You got to heal past wounds. Man, isn't that what this is about? We got to heal past wounds so we can move forward. Well, what does that look like? Well, that looks like exactly what you see here, getting out of your head, being very clear too about your steps forward, also making peace from that spiritual lesson so the cycles don't repeat again. It takes time. And that is the thing I think a lot of the collectives don't recognize, that healing is a journey. And also in this journey, it's about being open to receiving help, support, love, abundance, gifts from the universe, all that you actually deserve. Many of you that I'm tapping into right now, I really feel like you've been the giver, you've been the healer, you've been the one that always gives to everyone else. And then you're left broke, hurt, alone, taken advantage of. Why? Because you want so bad for other people to be happy. You want other people to win. You want other people to thrive. But this is that time where we got to look at it from the lens of, well, how did that person make me feel? And when I go out here and date and I'm on this interview process, whenever I'm ready to make that step, how does that person make me feel? You know, those are the things you got to think about. And once you do that, look at this. Everything will come full circle. You got to be in tune to the divine, be in tune with your intuition, match your actions with your words, with your thoughts. What do you want your future to look like? We only got so many years on this planet. And that's what we got to think about. How can we get everything in alignment? Because everything is not so aligned with the Ace of Cups in the reverse. There's some love blocks. And how do we break those love blocks, those trauma bonds, those pains, those that hurt, that those things that didn't really align to what we wanted? Well, first we got to put ourselves first. We got to value ourselves, and we have to be willing to walk away from things that no longer serve us. Healing, reciprocity, and alignment. That's what it's about. Let me know if it's your story, collective. And we're going to get right to the mini reads. I hope you guys enjoyed the little opening collective piece there. All right, I'm going to make my list. First, we will have T Rose. Then after T Rose, we will have Miss Jasmine. And then after Miss Jasmine, we're going to have Janae. Make sure I get your questions down so I don't lose it. Thank you guys so much for, again, supporting the channel. Go ahead and write your questions down so we'll get it. It just kind of helps when I have a separate document open. I can just go ahead and make sure I got everybody's. question. All right. And after Janae, who do we have? We have Portia. All right. I think we have all of our people here. And if you still want to join the Soul Tribe, we still got time, y'all. This is a great opportunity. It's only $9.99 today to join. Well, that's the price we're going to keep it at, to be honest. I'm not going to make it too pricey. But it has a lot of cool perks. And I feel like if you've been on this channel and you watched a lot of the videos, it's a great, great opportunity to connect with me more deeply as well as get some cool freebies. Sun V, hey, thank you so much for joining the Soul Tribe. All right, y'all. That's what's up. Thank y'all. All right, T Rose. We're going to do your question first. I got your question. Let me scroll up. How y'all doing? Y'all doing okay? I hope everybody's doing well. Like I said, I'm gonna try to get on a little later. Today has just been one of those days. Y'all know when you have one of those days and you just kind of like blah. Yeah, today has been one of those blah days. Yeah. Okay, I'm about to get it going, y'all. I like to just make sure I don't miss anything. I remember back when I started this channel and I did mini reads live for the first few times, and I didn't have a good system. I realized, like, when it came to the chats, I would accidentally skip some people that I'll say, okay, you're next, and I'm gonna do your question next. And people would get so upset at me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I really didn't mean to skip you. And they wouldn't understand that, when you're new to being on this platform of YouTube and you're doing tarot readings, you're trying to tap into the energy, but you're also too trying to navigate being a one-man show over here. It's a lot going on. So now that I've been doing this for a very long time now, several months, I got it down to a science. But this membership thing is new, so I'm hoping you guys are enjoying it. Again, it's going to be a lot of great content coming out exclusive only to members. And so, Sunvi, since you joined the Soul Tribe today, you do get to ask any questions. So just drop your question in the chat. That's how it works. All right, enough of that. I got everybody's name down. Let me go ahead and put my list up. Got T Rose, Jasmine, Janae, Portia, and Sunvi. If Sunvi has a question. And Janae, that's so cool. Janae is my middle name. That's a fun fact. So that's cool. And I spell my name just like that too. So awesome. All right. So as you guys can see in the chat, so you'll see where we are with the names, and we'll have a running list to kind of keep it all going. What is coming in for me? Thank you, Mika. All right, let's see. Again, y'all, say happy birthday to T Rose. Today is T Rose's birthday. Today is T Rose's birthday. Spirit, tell me a little bit about T Rose. Tell me a little bit about T Rose. What's coming up for T Rose? What's coming in? Oh, you want to know what's coming in for you? What's coming in to T Rose? So we got the Queen of Wands. Okay. The Devil in the reverse. And we have the Fool in the reverse. It looks like someone is definitely feeling you, okay? And they're going to come in to give you some type of message of love. I'm getting someone that is very confident, very secure in who they are, very clear and determined to let you know how they feel. Okay, let's get some on this. So, how does this person really feel? Okay, we got Three of Cups. Why the Three of Cups? Okay, the High Priestess. This could be a secret admirer, somebody that is watching you from afar that wants to come in and give you that message. Um, this is someone that may want to start off maybe as friends. Why do they want to start off as friends? I think, they got to build up the courage to come towards you. I mean, this is you, very fiery Aries energy, you know what I'm saying? And, when you have that Queen of Wands energy, you're definitely giving off very attractive, very confident, very poised, very independent, but it can be a bit intimidating for this person. With this Page of Cups, let's see what that's about. They're not going to, like I say, they're not going to fully jump head in. They're just going to do enough to get your attention. They may also feel like that's all they can offer you at this time because this is someone that's really trying to work on some very low vibrational pieces in their life that they got to work through. What is this devil in the reverse? Yeah, they really have to take their time with you. This is someone that I feel like doesn't like to rush things. They like to just kind of take their time, which is not a bad thing. There's there is a big part of this energy that I would say be warned. If this person shows up, and it could definitely be, I got Aquarius, I got Capricorn, I got Aries, Cancer, I got all kind of energies here. But what I will say is significant is this person is going to be very standoffish. And when I say that, it's going to probably feel more like friends than real romance. And it has a lot to do with some deep-seated fears this person has about taking it past a certain level. And it keeps coming up in this reading, whether it be the Page of Cups that they're trying to offer you, to the Three of Cups, let's keep it in a friend zone, to even this Knight of Swords in reverse, like at any time this person may bail. It's almost like they're psyching themselves out or selling their own self short from taking this risk, even though they want to connect with you on a romantic level. They just have this secret fear that they just are not going to be good enough to really make it work. So you wait for this person to get it together and they just never do. Let's see. How do they view T Rose, this person? What do they view T Rose as? Let's see if that'll give us some answers. The Ace of Swords. I guess this person feels like they don't know, they get the impression you don't know what you want with them. So it kind of pulls them back. Yeah. Like you're the type of person in their eyes. They see you as somebody that's is withdrawn. They don't want to be bothered. They don't, they see you as somebody that's just not interested. That's the best way. Like you're almost running from this. Is that the word? Like you're running from it. And so it kind of makes them feel like undesired, unwanted. Yeah. And they feel like they can't quite understand where you stand in things. It kind of hurts their feelings a little bit. So what is this person's intentions then? What is this person's intentions with T Rose? Three of Swords in the reverse to the Six of Cups. They're still trying to get over something from their past. So they can create something amazing with you, which is why that transitionary period is so slow and, moving super slow. And I mean, you're a fire sign. I don't know if you got time for this. Yeah, I think it's going to kind of piss you off a little bit. But part of the reason is I think this person feels like you're standing back a little bit. Mm. So, what advice do you have for T Rose on this person? How will T Rose know who this is? Let's start there. How will T Rose know who this is? How will T Rose know who this is? We have the Six of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords in the reverse. This is somebody that just doesn't have a lot to offer, and they may not feel like they're good enough for you. And that's kind of a deep-seated insecurity as well. And that came up earlier. It's the person that just doesn't have, they want to be fair to you. They want to give you more than what they have. They're like, I just don't have enough to give. And I wish I could give more. It kind of bothers this person. But they're hoping that you'll stick around when things turn around in their favor so they can be fair to you. I don't think this person's intentionally trying to hurt you. If anything, I think this person wants to do right by you, but they don't want to lose you. So it's like, can we just be friends for now? Something like that. What is this person intending to do next after all this? Yeah, they want to, after they get their stuff together, they're like, okay, let's start a new phase. Let's start a new phase and let's start from scratch. So this can definitely be somebody that you are going to meet soon, or you may be in contact with soon, especially with the Page of Cups. You definitely would get some type of message or something, and it's going to be very clear. This person's going to tell you, like, I really do want you, but they may also say, hey, let's just take it slow, something like that. What I would say, my advice to you, if this is somebody that you do come across very soon, listen to your intuition and also know yourself. Is this something that you actually feel, I want to wait around on? Because this can go either way. If someone comes in and they make a lot of promises, they may or may not be able to live up to those promises, right? And so you have to be totally honest about this. Is this the childhood crush? Yes. Childhood crush. Yes. Is this childhood crush a earth sign or a fire sign? Yeah, this is somebody that just really wants to be generous to you, but they don't know how to make that happen, whoever this is. So yeah, they can be a earth sign or a fire sign, or I also got Cancer. Yeah, but just been a lot of delays in this person, but it's almost like a um a secret admirer. But they do like you though, even if it's your crush, they actually do like you. And the roles could be reversed too, whoever this is. This could be you, your energy I'm reading. Okay. All right, that's what I have for you, T Rose. Happy birthday to you, and thank you for being an amazing mod. And T Rose says that reading was on point. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Jasmine says, you talk calm. I need to learn how to talk calm. Girl, some days Mika ain't calm now. last Look, that last all signs reading. Your girl was not calm. I was not calm, but I'm working on it. I'm trying to stay calm. But this is a real chill read, so we're gonna do Jasmine next. He just texted you happy birthday. Wow. That's cool. Okay, well, there you go. There you go. So to become a member, you see that button down there that says join right underneath the video. You see the button that says join. Click on that. And if you don't know how to click on that, I'm going to give you a link that you can click on. and you just click on that link. I'm about to put it in the chat. You click on that and hit join, and that's it. Once you click on that, that's it, girl. Sorry, y'all. I'm kind of slow today. I'm going to go ahead and put Jasmine's question on the screen. All right, you see a T Rose where it says join. Click on that and it should pop up and you just hit the join button. All right, Jasmine, let's get it, girl. So Jasmine would like to know, can see if Tashawn and I will be back together. Okay. What's going to happen in the next 72 hours for us? Okay. So it seems like you guys are in no contact right now and you're just really interested in knowing. Okay. Yes, ma'am. No problem, T Rose. But yeah, that's how you do it. If any YouTube creator has a membership, it'll be a button right next to subscribe and all that stuff. All that stuff down there. You just hit the little join button. After you put your lashes on, okay, get cute for your birthday dinner. I love that. T Rose said Mika is good. This is someone I hide. And for to tap into that, I'm shocked because Mika always gives me the tea with the Gemini. Ah, okay. Awesome. I'm so glad that that gave you a little clarity there. All right, Jasmine, you ready, girl? You still here, Jasmine? Let's get it, girl. Let's see what we got going on for you and Tashawn. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Jasmine, and Tashawn. What is Tashawn's true feelings for Jasmine at this time? What is his true feelings? We have the Fool in the reverse. What is his intentions towards Jasmine? Very soon, within the next 70, what's his intentions? Six of Swords. And his next actions? The Five of Cups in the reverse. So the way he feels is he's kind of undecided if he needs to come in or not. It's like this hesitancy because of lack of confidence. I'm getting a heavy, heavy manipulative energy. Okay. And for him, there could be a lot of work that he needs to improve about himself, more specifically about his finances. He may feel very insecure about that and also possibly not feel very good about just his life right now. This is someone that kind of beats themselves up and just really feels they are not in the space to be able to provide you a stable relationship because they're not even satisfied within their own energy. I'm getting heavy that Jashawn could have a lot of air sign in his chart, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Doesn't have to be, but I get that heavy. Yeah, he's got to get the courage to come forward. There is a lack of confidence and strength to make a first move, but there's a desire to want to come forward. He knows that if he were to come in, it would honestly be him coming in for stability purposes and filling emotional voids. Okay. This is not someone that's coming in to give you genuine love, because this is someone that can't even take care of themselves. Okay. Unfortunately, he's showing up in the energy of someone who is very emotionally unavailable, very insecure. Um, why me? Poor me. My life is in ruins, that type of energy. And what he does is he tries to manipulate and sell illusions in love situations, which you probably experienced this with him, of him being highly manipulative in order to get what he wants. Is there a lot of attraction for him with you? Absolutely. I definitely feel like for him, Jasmine, he sees you as very beautiful, very attractive. Um, but it's all about opportunity. Okay. And for him, I don't feel like there's a lot of love. When we talk about feelings, I'm looking for the cups. I'm looking when I'm asking spirit to say, okay, well, how does Tashawn really feel about Jasmine? The only cups that I'm really getting is the page of cups in the reverse, which represents who he is. If he were to come forward, I would definitely warn you that he's someone that's going to be very undecided about what he wants to do. He may actually be going in between you and someone else because not only am I getting the Ace of Wands, I'm getting the Two of Wands clarifying that Ace of Wands. And then underneath the deck, we got the Two of Pentacles. There's definitely a third party here. Tell me about this Two of Wands and Two of Pentacles. Why the indecision? What is he trying to juggle here? The Chariot, and then the Seven of Wands in the reverse. If he ever comes towards you, I feel like it's coming out of a space of he needs something because he spends a lot of time in his head trying to come up with some type of plan, but there's no real forward movement because it's almost like he's trying to protect himself from getting hurt. So he stays definitely in his head, overthinks things, and then it's like, what can I do to come in and manipulate? You see what I'm saying? And it just never moves forward. So if you were in this relationship, it probably was one that never really went anywhere. You may have felt very strong along. You may have felt like, what is he doing here? Like, are we going to create something? What are we doing here? And the truth is, he just doesn't have the ability to create anything solid with you right now at this time, unfortunately. And you said, yes, I had a dream about him. He comes around only for kids. I feel like he has more to say. Yeah, he does. But look at this. It's almost like he doesn't want a relationship. You see this? Ace of Cups in the reverse. He's okay with something sexual, casual, convenient, fun, if you were willing to do that. But as far as getting emotionally caught up and invested, it's 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 not the thing that he wants, you know? This is like the definition of someone that's still more focused on getting their life together and focusing on them, that when it comes down to how you feel in the relationship, I really honestly don't think he considers your feelings. He just kind of thinks about himself. Very selfish energy here, very much thinking about what he got to do for himself. And then you just kind of get left feeling like, well, what about me? So his intentions with the Six of Swords here to the Three of Cups, he plans to just kind of run for it, just leave it all behind like nothing happened. Overindulge, possibly party, drink. whatever his vice is, to just kind of ignore it and not deal with it. That's how he kind of deals with things, of just kind of running from stuff and not really dealing with it, and just kind of sits in this indecision alone. That's what he intends to do. But then there's that guilt that eats him up, right? Yeah. So his actions with the 5 of Cups in the reverse to the Knight of Pentacles is stagnancy. It's no real action. It's like he's not satisfied where he is, but he's not doing anything about it. It's like, okay, well, like I said, I'm getting like a poor me, victim of the year, victim of the year. Everything is wrong. But instead of taking accountability to say, I am the problem, he kind of just, see, nothing ever works. And, ah, you're the Aquarius. Yeah. But he's exuding this a lot of thinking energy, and he may have air sign in his sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign of his natal chart, because there's a lot of air energy here. Eventually, I really feel like he may get tired of waiting on you. I think this is also someone that feels even more triggered, gets even more of an ego death when you don't chase him, when you don't go looking for him, when you don't ask about him, when you're not trying to run behind him and making sure he's okay. You see, that humanitarian spirit that's exuded in you as an Aquarius is the well done run dry, you know? And so because of that, he doesn't know that you have your limits, right? So he's going to feel bad about that. What advice do you have for Jasmine in this situation? We got the Death in the reverse, and then we have the Knight of Wands. I really feel like there's a calling for you to really look at, what do you really want? I think there's a part of you that really has a strong desire to want to make things work with this person. But I want you to really honestly sit with the idea of, does this person really make me happy? Truly, consistently. Do I feel emotionally, spiritually, physically safe? Or do I feel like this person is like treating me like a punching bag and emotionally breaking me down? You have to be very clear about what is the dream versus what is the reality. I think you get caught up and hold on to the dream that he was selling with the manipulation, but then you don't have the action to back up all the false promises he was selling. And I'm here to tell you, the action is stagnant. It's not forward moving. So if how he's treating you now is something you want to continue to be a part of, which I don't think you do, um, beware. Beware. He's full of illusions, he's full of secrets, he's full of a lot of dark energy that is going to continue to break you down if you don't take the action to go towards what you want. I think the reason why the Death in the reverse here is for you to actually go back and think about that personal transformation that you need to not keep running back to the dream. It's all an illusion. You see that? The Moon to the Page of Swords in reverse. This is someone that's going to tell you everything you want to hear, but it's all a mask. It's all an illusion with Judgment in reverse. This is not a final decision. This is not um, a path of healing and justice. It's a path of destruction and injustice. Okay. So that's what I have for you. Let me know if it resonates. I really do I really do hope that this gave you a little clarity and things to think about. And I tell people never base your love story based on, a tarot reading, but if you can take anything from this reading, I always tell people think about what your inner voice, your intuition is really telling you, because your life is your life, but your truth is your truth. And you know how this person makes you feel and treat you, and you only deserve the best. And that's on Aqua gang, gang, gang. Because I'm an Aquarius too. So that's what's up. Aqua gang. All right, Jasmine. Take care, love. Take care. She said, yes, this is the truth. Thank you so much. I appreciate the feedback. Thank you. Thank you. I really do. All right. We're going to move this thing forward. Next, we got my girl, Janae. Janae, are you here? Janae, are you here? And those that are watching silently, there's still time. There's still time. If you want to join, all you got to do is go ahead and click on the join button, and you will be added to my Soul Tribe fam. And that way you can ask your question. And you get other perks too. When you click the join button, you'll get all the details of what's included in being a part of the Soul Tribe fam. All right, Janae, let's see. I got your question. Janae would like to know, what's the outcome of my current situation? All right. All right, girly. Thank you so much for watching and hanging out with us and joining the Soul Tribe today. Awesome, awesome. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Janae. Tell me a little bit about Janae and the person that Janae is currently connected to in love and romance. Tell me about the situation surrounding Janae and the person that Janae is connected to in love and romance. We got the Eight of Wands in the reverse. We have the Empress in the reverse. And then we have the Lovers in the reverse. So looking at your person, the energy, that the way they view things in this relationship, this is someone that's trying to play a very sick and twisted game of I got to control this dynamic. And the way that I'm going to be in control is being stubborn, holding back, not fully embracing this. You guys could have had a period of not talking. I'm getting a very reckless energy. Your person, like in and out. Y'all probably been like in and out, hot and cold. Like 1 minute I'm getting someone that is very fiery, like they get angry or mad, and then they just like, you know what? Fine, I'm gone. Something like that. They would get mad and it just shut down. I'm getting someone that would just shut down, and then they'll step back, and then I'll be like, you know what? I think I want to, work on this. Whether it be that you guys actually break up or this person pulls back or leaves, something like that. But then they always come back and want to start anew. Okay. But then when they come back after they cool off, here's the deal. We still don't think about all the issues we cause. We still don't really deal with all the issues. We just kind of like say, well, I was there. I've invested this much. I've put this much into the relationship. So, you know, give me a chance. Give me a chance to, redeem myself. You're welcome, Jasmine. You're welcome. So they always come back. Janae, this person always comes back. Even if this is someone that doesn't really honestly feel you may not want them there. I'm just getting a very I want to say almost cocky, arrogant. They just feel like, well, I feel like, I just feel like Janae's not going anywhere. So, I can come back when I want, and then I can end it when I want. So this is your reading. You're like, for sure, I don't understand this energy either. Okay, so let's ask because this is the thing. It's a game, but I feel like this is games this person's playing. So let's ask, why are they playing this game of in and out and all that? Well, what's the issue? By the way, this person could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. I got Cancer, Scorpio, Aquarius, heavily possibly in their chart. Gemini. Knight of Pentacles, the Wheel. It's games. When I got the Knight of Pentacles to the Wheel, they're like, okay, if I move in a very calculated way with my deception, with the way I sneak and I move and all that, then I can definitely get Janae to comply. There goes your Aquarius right there, being deceptive. Okay. What is the Seven of Swords? What is this reason? Why are they trying to be deceptive? What's this game they're playing? Hmm. I really feel like this person has grown up in a very toxic environment, one of which it's familiar. So think about this, Janae. Did your person have a toxic family like mom, dad not around, or grew up around a bunch of players or people that's in and out? Like, I don't know. They had really bad examples of how to treat women or keep women in line. Something like that. That's what they're not really telling you. Like, this is all what they have learned to do. Come on in, pull back. It's manipulation one on one, and then you feel like, well, dang, what the heck is this? It's all manipulation. Abusive father, got you. That's what I'm getting. Something from their family, perfect. Something from this family dynamic. That's why, because he's seen it. Like, think about it. Think about this. When he gets angry, he's associated anytime a man gets angry with his woman, I'ma just go. And he may have seen his mom always be there. So because he's always seen his mom be there, he thinks, okay, well, I know Janae's always going to be there, right? Because that's the example that he has learned as a young boy, seeing how men treat their women. Now, here's the thing, we talk about in the Black community generational curses. It's a real thing. At what point is he going to learn you can't do this? You can't yell, you can't scream, you can't get an attitude. I'm getting very angry, fiery. He got probably some fire in his chart, but he's got a lot of pent up pain that he has to really go down to the core of his childhood wound. It said absent father. But maybe, there's some things there where his father was in and out, possibly abusive. I'm getting a lot of anger. He easily gets overwhelmed in this relationship with the communication. I'm getting this is a guy that really struggles with communicating effectively. And so it just leads to miscommunication, a lot of fights, possibly just a lot of stuff. I'm just getting a lot of drama. Really, that's the best way to describe it. Now, you, on the other hand, I feel like you're very anxious. This person triggers you. You're growing very impatient of this, and you're constantly replaying everything in your mind, trying to make sense of this whole situation. I'm getting a very codependent energy on your behalf that you need to be careful with. If you were to be honest about how you feel, I would say your feelings are probably you feel like you've been through hell and back in this relationship, but you're still holding on to the idea of, well, the good times. We do have good times, Mika. Yeah, of course. You do. Yep. But at the end of the day, the outcome, here's the outcome to it that you need to really pay attention to. With the lovers in reverse, there was a soul contract here, but it's not going to be met in this lifetime because your person moves out of too much pride and ego to surrender to this love connection. Remember, I talked a lot about the stubbornness, the recklessness, the bad communication, all this stuff is all self-imposed, and it all stems from his childhood wounds that he's bringing up to the surface and treating you so poorly, and you're being a punching bag of his childhood wounds and drama when it's not safe to love. And I'm going to tell you this, Janae, where is the love? I don't see cups on his behalf. Where is the dang on love? Where's the emotion? Where is the emotional investment? I don't see it. I see you thinking about leaving, but then wanting to stay. You're just frustrated because you need to know what direction to take this. So this is what I'm going to tell you. The best way to deal with this is to think about what it is you feel like you need from a partner, from a man, a real man that's going to come in and make you feel emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually safe. Because right now, you in danger, girl. You in danger. Seriously, you are. And however many years have been invested in this, you've seen who this person is. And so you have to be honest with yourself and say, man, can I go on any longer? Can I do this any longer? Because I feel like, to be honest, you kind of really want to be alone. You don't want to be with this, but you're scared to let it. Yeah, you want to be alone, but then it's like you kind of don't want to be alone. You see this? It's like I want to be alone, but I'm still ruminating and thinking about it. And that's what the burden is for you. You're holding on to the dream that this person can never manifest into reality. So what will he actually do next? What will he do next? I'm glad you ended this. 10 of Pentacles in reverse, 6 of Pentacles in reverse. He's going to continue to come in and, create a one-sided relationship where you're going to keep pouring, pouring, giving, giving. He has created an empress. This is you, baby. You are abundant, beautiful, a divine feminine, and he's turned you into a disaster. That's what has happened. He has made you very broken, very hurt, feeling alone. You feel like this is a one-sided relationship, and it is. And I'm here to let you know it has a lot to do with nothing you are doing. It has everything to do with him refusing to change. And that's something you can't control. So that's what I have. Man, oh man. I'm glad you ended it though. Man, it's hard though. It is when you love somebody and when you have this lover's card, that's heavy soulmate contract. So I think you felt that pull to try to make it work. He feels it too, but he's so stuck in his ways. And depending on his age, the older they get, a lot of times the more stubborn they get and stuck in their ways. So good luck to you, honey. Stay strong. Stay strong. Stay strong. You got this. Portia, you're next. You're welcome. You're welcome. Portia, are you here? Thank y'all so much for coming to the live. Can y'all hit the like button for me? Show your support. And if you're just now coming on to the live, I still am accepting questions. All you got to do is subscribe to the channel. Once you subscribe to the channel, you will have access to just drop your question in the chat. Chat is as simple as that. That's it. That's all it is. And you'll get a nice, good detailed read for only $9.99. That's it, $9.99, y'all. Best deal in town for the real deal tarot reader. Portia, are you still here, love? Portia, you're next. All right, girl, I'm gonna do your reading. Maybe you'll catch it on the back end. I definitely want you to get your question. Hey, Kendra. Welcome to the Soul Tribe. Thank you so much for joining. All you got to do is just drop your question in the chat, hun, and we'll get you your reading today. Welcome, welcome. You're here. Yay. Portia's here, y'all. Let's get it. Portia wants to know. Not some V. Hold on, y'all. I'm messing up. Okay, there we go. Portia wants to know, will me and my ex water sign reconcile? Okay, so you've been connecting to a water sign and you want to know, is there reconciliation possible? I got you. I got you. So let's see. All right, ex water sign. Ex water sign connected to Portia spirits. The ex water sign connected to Portia. Tell me a little bit about this ex water sign connected to Portia in love and romance. I think the best way to do your reading, love, we're going to do feelings, intentions, and actions. Next actions. All right. What is this ex water sign's current feelings for Portia at this time? Okay. Feelings. Definitely want to reach out to you. We got the Eight of Wands. All right. Wants to manifest some communication with you. But here's the deal. Here's the deal. It doesn't look like he really wants to have a relationship. Um, I really just feel like this is somebody that wants to make things right with you. Like, let's try to work on things. Let's try to heal things. I don't want any bad blood between you and I. That's what I'm feeling. He's operating from. You've been silent and taking that time to really think a lot about things. I think this is making him believe that you're ready to move on, but that's not what he wants. He doesn't want you to move on. You're a Capricorn. Awesome. So because you haven't really reached out, there's a possibility he's feeling a bit tired of waiting to give you a chance to pursue him. Does he want you to actually pursue him? I'm not getting that, but I'm just want to know why the delay. Let's ask that. Why the delay? Page of Cups. Okay. Six of Pentacles in reverse. Hmm. He wants to tell you like he's really sorry for being selfish, focusing on himself, or creating this one-sided relationship dynamic. You could have been very generous to him, poured into him, given to him, making this guy's life very comfortable. And he wants to apologize for that. But I feel like this is giving like opportunist energy. I don't feel like there's love here. You see that? Why the Ace of Cups in the reverse is his feelings. He's very codependent on your energy. He's very codependent on your energy, and very insecure as a man. And he may feel like you're too good for him. You're showing up as this empress. And so all this while, like he feels like you have more power and control in this relationship and say so. So maybe I was on the mark when I said he was kind of waiting to see what you're going to do. But I don't really feel like this is a relationship that's built on real love. Like I'm not getting that. I don't know why. Okay, so let's ask about his intention. What does he intend to do? Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Two of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, this is somebody that doesn't really trust that this thing could work because there's a lot of tension between you two. This has been a relationship that has had a lot of ups and downs. So because of that, he doesn't feel like he can trust that it can work. So this is where we are with, can we at least make peace with each other? Can we at least do that? Because I really just need to like heal. I want to know, why is he so stressed and worried, and maybe he's starting to feel guilty. Is that what it is? Why is he so stressed and all this anxiety and fear? Like what's wrong with him? Spirit. Okay, Fool in the reverse, the Death. Hmm. He feels like he made a bad choice by ending things with you. Yeah. This could have been someone that ran from the connection and kind of regrets it. But now that he's caused all this damage, how do we repair things when I'm given the impression that I don't want this relationship to her? Whether it be he actually ended it with you or he gave you the impression he doesn't want this. So he's a bit he's a bit guarded and overwhelmed and feeling like the victim in all this. Like, but what about me? What about me? And it's like, boy. So next actions. You say yes, yes, very right. Yeah, I'm so glad it's resonating with you. Yeah, this is giving opportunist, moocher. I don't like this at all. I don't see, where's the love? Come on, my guy. I'm trying to root for you. Oh Lord, okay. And he's a water sign too. Not a lot of emotions wrapped up in this. What is his next actions? Look at this. Look at this. Seven of Cups. Come on now. Come on now. Oh Lord. Okay. Mm. If you were to reconcile with him, he would keep you as an option. He would definitely date around to try to find someone else to make you jealous. Remember, this is somebody that's very insecure and very much in a space of moving out of a lot of, oh, she thinks she better than me. She thinks okay, fine. I'm going to show her. I'm going to get a bad bitch and I'm going to have her look and watch that I can do better than her and make her jealous. But all the while, the truth is he's pitiful. He throwing a pity party, probably crying at night in his pillow, feeling bad about himself because you the real MVP. You see this? The Empress. I don't know if you watched the Capricorn reading I did, and I was talking about the head nigga in charge. I think that was your reading because you are the head nigga in charge, to be honest, right here. I see it. I don't know who this person is, but they need to pipe all the way down. Yeah, they're going to have someone else to try to make you jealous. And what they're going to do, and I'm asking, like, why? What is the purpose? Because this is a moocher. This is somebody that's not self-sufficient. This is someone that thrives off of the energy of others, kind of like a narcissist does. I'm not going to throw that term lightly, but I'm definitely getting someone that needs to have someone else to make him look good. And that's kind of what he does. He's all about image, but not real character. Yep. Devil in reverse, Six of Swords in reverse. Be careful. He may try to work his way back on in, but the cycle just going to repeat itself. So whatever you experience, this is going to be like a test from the universe of just making sure you stand firm in your boundaries and protecting your peace as this beautiful empress, because this is the game he plays. Because what's going to happen is he's going to go out here, he's going to date these other hoes. When I get the Knight of Cups in reverse, I get the down low brother. But I mean, if you don't think he's a down low, I wouldn't worry about that part. But what you do need to know is that he's trying to find a replacement for you. And what's going to end up happening is he may not find what he's actually looking for. So that's where we have to be careful, because he's going to attempt, but I think you know what it is, because you got me, girl. What advice? Yeah, he's going to say, I changed. I'm not toxic anymore. I'm not the devil anymore. Give me another chance, all that jazz. But with the moon in the reverse, it's like this is after he gets enough balls to come forward, okay? Because secretly, he's really just been honestly very exhausted and very overwhelmed. And you are destroying this person's ego. Very much so. Yep. So the advice is to move forward. You know what it is. I think you're on the recovery path of healing. And that is exactly what you need to do. So yeah, I think that's pretty much the message. Thank you so much for joining the Soul Tribe today. I appreciate it. I appreciate it very much. Thank you. All right. Next, we got Sun B. Hey, Frankie. If you got a question, love, just drop it on in the chat. Thank you for being a Soul Tribe member. I hope you're doing well, Frankie. I always think about you. Good old Frankie. Okay, so next we have Sun V. I hope you're doing well, Frankie. Hola. So after Sun V, we have Kendra and we got Frankie. Thank you guys again for coming to the live. And if you're watching silently, it doesn't hurt to like the video, show your support. I would really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. And if you're coming in watching, I did a collective read at the beginning of the video, so check that out if you would like to get the collective read for today. Tapping into the collective's energy. Really good message there. Let's keep this party going. It looks like Sun V is here. So let me scroll back up, Sun V, to your question, and we're going to get it going. So Sun V would like to know, how did my daughter's siblings feel after meeting me for the first time? Okay. Wow. That's a good question. Because, now when it comes to children, I will say that's going to be interesting because sometimes it can be perceived as, well, she's cool. Sunbee's cool. I think she's cool. And then sometimes the kids were like, oh, that's your mom. Kids are so funny. You just never know. It just depends on their personality if they're open. All right, let's see. Let's look at the babies. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Sunbee's daughters, siblings, the half siblings. How do they feel about Sunbee after meeting Sunbee? How do those babies feel about Sunbee? What is their feelings? We have the sun. Look at that. Yeah. They love you. They're like, wow, she's fun. She's great. Then we have the magician in the reverse. Okay. Hold that thought. It's not bad. And then we have the Knight of Wands in reverse. All right. So they really thought very positively of you. They did. They really did. And it feels like they don't want the fun to end. I'm getting like, I don't want the fun to end. So whatever you were doing, let's see, why the sun? Why do they look at Sunvi as the sun? Wow, because you just give off a lot of compassion. You're very kind and very gentle, very sweet, very strong, very powerful. You have very strong influence. They just feel your strength and your resilience and your power. A lot of Leo energy. I can't remember what sign you are, Sunbee, but I got a lot of Leo. Aren't you a Virgo or something? I can't remember. What are you, Sunbee? See, okay, see, I told you they like you. They're like, oh, she's fun. They love it. Yeah, look at this. The lovers. Yay. That's a good thing. I'm just getting like, yay. Like I can just see them as you guys start developing a better bond. When they see you, they'll probably just like run to you, give you like a big hug or something. And it's genuine. It's just that innocent, like, ha ha ha, it's just cute. I love it. You're a Capricorn. Okay, okay. I knew you were some type of earth sign. I said, is she a Virgo? That's right, Capricorn. Okay. So they weren't, the only thing is they're not very confident. That the only blockage is they're lacking a bit of confidence with exploring this new venture with you. So it's going to kind of feel for them like I just need to kind of like just kind of fill her out. You know how kids are. Let me just test the limits to kind of see how this thing is going to go. Yeah, I know you're not with that man. Girl, I'm so glad you're not with that man. Jesus, Jesus. You have a big Leo placement. Yeah, because this is a lot of Leo energy, man. This is a lot of Leo energy. Yeah. But I mean, look at this. Even though they're gonna still be a little like in the beginning, they felt like they're still gonna be willing to give it a chance and enjoy themselves. Three of Cups. I think they're gonna just enjoy it, embrace it. The funny thing about kids is it just doesn't take a lot to impress them. But if you do something that really just kind of or you have really bad energy or bad juju, bad aura, then kids will kind of run from you. But you just give off this aura energy of exciting, fun, happy, light, strong, someone that they can really love and enjoy. Yeah. And with the emperor, it's like they have a lot of respect for you. you know. Now it's funny, we got the emperor because, I know you usually come up as the empress, but you may be exuding a lot of masculine energy. They may see you as both the father and the mother figure. They may see you as being both. I mean, I'm not trying to talk about your ex. I'm not trying to knock him off his not trying to knock him off his throne, but he really ain't sitting on no throne. But they probably really seen underneath it all, you really have this leadership quality of influence that really speaks to like, wow, she's a whole emperor or something. Yeah. It's like, wow, like this is she has arrived. They feel like their world is complete now that they've met someone like you. You know, if they have had any piece of relationship with their actual dad, they probably just enjoy you. Let's see. What is their relationship like with the dad? Let's see that. The siblings, your daughter's siblings. Let's see. How do they feel about the dad? Ooh, they feel like he's fake. They feel like he wears a mask and he's never going to change. Baby, let me tell you something. These kids they not missing. Ooh, and then the Ace of Cups in reverse. They feel like he doesn't show no love, nothing. Oh my gosh. They don't like him. All right. Okay. Well, how does your daughter feel about the dad? Let's see. How does your daughter feel about the dad? Okay. She loves her dad, you know. He just got a lot of stuff he got to work on, you know. She loves her dad. She feels that he's a charmer, but he's a broke charmer, or he's somebody that just has a lot of issues he needs to work through, but definitely one of those people that's trying to duck and dodge from any conflict with you. But they do have, I think your daughter really appreciates their dad. They just kind of know. They're aware that something's off with him. Let's just say that. But the others, they're not really feeling him like that. They know it's fake. And if they do show up around him with love, I think it's just out of respect because it is dad, you know, that kind of thing. But with you, it's the son. It's all good. I like it. I like it a lot. Cool. All right. A lot of emotion here on this table. A lot of powerful emotion. Okay. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. So they've probably witnessed and seen some things that really made them, that left a bad taste in their mouth about that man. That's probably what ended up happening. Man, oh man. Oh well. Kids see the truth though. That's the thing. Kids see the truth. All right, Sunby. Thank you so much for letting me do your reading again. And we got Kendra next. Kendra, are you here? Kendra, are you here? You're welcome. You're welcome. Again, big shout out to each and every one of you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining the Soul Tribe today. As new members, this is a new venture on the channel. I will be putting out a lot more content. It's still new. I think we just launched our membership last week. So I plan to have some exclusive videos and give y'all the inside scoop of what I got going on. But this is my free gift to you guys, a little bonus for being some of the first to join the Soul Tribe. So I hope you guys are enjoying it. Thank you guys so much. Hey, Kendra's here. All right, Kendra, you want to know what do I see next for you in love and romance? All right, girlie, let's see. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Kendra. What's coming up next in love and romance for Kendra? Uh-oh, I got a flipper. Let's see. Got quite a bit of flippers, but we'll take them. We have the Hermit in the reverse. We have the Seven of Wands in the reverse, and we have the Six of Cups. Okay. I really feel like Kendra, deep down in your soul, you really want love. You know, your heart is yearning to find your soulmate, your one true love, and have a new beginning in love. But I think you're overthinking things. You're coming across as someone that's isolated, withdrawn. You need to get outside, girl. You need to be seen. You need to really not overthink it. Just be yourself and get out there and be seen. We know that the weather's changing, and even for your girl Mika, I plan to get outside a little bit more too. But I think that's the thing that's kind of holding you back. You know, you also may have a lot of other responsibilities going on in your life where you kind of keep saying, like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to, do that. And I'm going to do this. But then you end up deceiving yourself from being able to give yourself those opportunities or receive those gifts or opportunities from others. So let's look. You're coming across as someone that's quite exhausted and overwhelmed when it comes to love. Let's see, why is she so exhausted and overwhelmed? Yeah, you may just kind of feel like you really need time, more time to heal and rest. And as you spend that time in hermit mode and resting, you're still kind of like overthinking everything. And that could be the blockages from letting this person come in, right? There's also a part of you that has some deep-seated insecurities and struggles and lack of confidence that you got to work through. And that may be the root of the problem as to why you're not confident enough or feel like you can be lovable or be loved, but you are loved. You are beautiful. You are the person that your person is looking for. They just got to be able to find you, girl. Yeah. Work on you a little bit longer. You may want to consider, I don't know if you've looked into therapy, counseling, reaching out to trusted friends, family, other people to kind of just support you and have you navigate through. Because I feel like you have a lot of things you have to unpack that you're still holding on to. And a lot of that is also that baggage from the past. It's like this self-preservation bubble that you have. It's this shield of protection that you're not letting up on because you're refusing to let anybody hurt you. And I tell clients all the time, if you feel like you have to have this shield and bubble of protection, then you're not absolutely ready to attract anyone. And I think that's why the universe is saying, it's just probably not that time for love yet. Too much tension, pain, hurt, resentment, overthinking. It's a lot of this under the surface that has to be really worked through. Even though I always talk about in this channel, don't forget the spiritual lessons from your past. Sometimes it can be our detriment to ruminate on those past experiences because sometimes it makes us create fear deep in our souls moving forward. And we can't let that be a blockage to attract love because as a divine feminine, we don't chase, right? We attract. So you got to be in a better head space, heart space, confidence space because confidence is beauty. And you are capable of this. You just got to heal. Whatever you went through, man, it was tough. But you're a warrior. You have a story to tell. You're a survivor. But in order to be able to create what you want, you got to make those baby steps. So I just challenge you with this reading. Really think about what can you do in order to make that progress. And it may take another year. It may take several months. It may take more than that. Whatever you need for Kendra to be okay with Kendra, where you can improve your mental, improve how you feel about yourself. So that way, when you step out into that world and you say, hey, world, this is the new me, nobody can penetrate you and break you, because it's going to be a lot of no's before you get that one yes. And I tell ladies, my subscribers all the time, it's going to be a lot. It's an interview process. So if you're not ready for that interview process of telling a lot of people no and people telling you no, you're not ready to date, because that's going to break you down further. And I don't think right now you're in a space to be ready for that. And that's why you're kind of in this energy of just like bubble. But we got to get out of that bubble, okay? So we can be able to attract our emperor, so we can attract our king and not get anybody that's going to hurt us even more. But you got this, girl. I got you, girl. I see what you're going through. Do this, do the work, watch this reading as many times as you need. We all been here. We all know what that's like. I know what it's like. But it's one of those things where it's like, you know what? I may have been broken down, disappointed, hurt, but I'm not broken. If anything, it has inspired me to become the best version of myself. So I can look that demon in the eye and say, now what, bitch? Look at me now, right? That's how you got to do it. That's how you got to do it, girl. You got this. You got this. You got this. I know you do, but you got to believe it too. All right. Good luck to you, huh? Fall in love with yourself so that you can love someone else. Don't look for love externally, find it within. Okay. Amen. Amen. Yeah. Look at me now, bitch. Look at me now. Telling you. Yes. You're welcome, honey. You're welcome. Okay. Frankie. Frankie's next. All right, y'all. After Frankie, we're going to wrap up this live unless I get one more question in like literally like 20 seconds. If not, we're going to close down the questions because your girl needs some time to rest. Frankie wants to know, what are his feelings and intentions after our conversations? Okay. Is this somebody new, Frankie? Is this someone new? I hope this isn't the old joker from the past. All right, let's see. No, you can't ask anymore on this live. But if you do want to book some readings, you can on my website. I got them on sale right now. So feel free to do that. But this is just like a little special promo. This is a special promo for my new members. But I do offer personal readings on my website. So if you want to go ahead and book a personal, that's how you do it. Just visit my website, MikaDivineSpiritualGuidance.com. And those are better anyway, because I spend some time with you and we go deep. We go real deep. All right. Now, Frankie, I'm going to be quiet. I'm a hush. Frankie, I'm a hush. Let me just read the cards because you already know. Frankie. All right. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Frankie's person on her mind, the person that she's connected to in love and romance. How does this person really truly feel about Frankie at this time? How does he truly feel about Frankie? King of Wands. What is his true intentions towards Frankie? We have Six of Cups in the reverse. And his future actions. The Lovers in the reverse. Okay. So here we go. I really feel like your person is in a space of moving in a lot of deceptive energy, not really wanting to be honest about the fact that he is quite turned off by whatever conversation you guys have had. But he's going to give the impression that he's good, he's solid, he's a whole king of wands, I can conquer anything, I can I can definitely do, I got this. But it almost feels like maybe whatever you said has kind of like brought his ego down a little bit. Yeah, he's very stressed. That's what I'm getting. Like someone that just feels like in their head and exhausted and stressed out by whatever you said. Okay, so why is he stressed and why is he feeling like he needs to keep this energy hidden of him pretending to be? Is it pride and ego? Is it a lot of pride and ego? Okay. He feels like it's over. He feels like his illusion that he was selling with his Ten of Cups in the reverse to the Ace of Cups is coming to an end. He feels like he found out that he was being a player. He knows he was being a player or in and out. And he really just wants to make amends with you. But I feel like you're not putting up with it because you may have called him out about that. And it's kind of making him feel like, whoa, this is someone I feel like that is always giving you the idea that he really wants success with you and wants to build with you and conquer this and have forward movement. But really, he's a Knight of Wands in reverse. Okay. He's someone that's in and out, inconsistent, not really building anything solid. Why the Ace of Cups in the reverse? He needs time to know, do you even make him happy anymore? So he can't really offer you anything right now at this time because he needs to know, does Frankie even make me happy anymore? I don't want to let Frankie go because of all the things that Frankie has done for me. And that's what I identify as Frankie, someone that is emotionally fulfilling, someone that I can have a legacy, stability, a family with, 10 of Pentacles. But with that conversation, there's definitely some unexpected delays. And I don't know if I can wait on her to change her mind. So he's kind of like feeling maybe I need to consider other options with this Two of Wands. Yeah, because he feels like you're being very selfish. He also kind of wants to make you jealous by going another direction. So deep down, I feel like if you were willing to accept anything he's trying to talk to you about, um, he would keep you in the friend zone, Three of Cups, and he would have a third party. He would have someone else. This is an OG, player. We know what this is. And so, in other words, you made a right choice by calling him out on his BS because it seems as if now that his ego has been shot down even further, he definitely is going to friend zone you. This is no relationship here at all. Yeah, his intentions is to revive things, but as long as we can revive things in this relationship, Frankie, where we have only the good things happen, please don't revive the things that you're holding me accountable for. That's not going to work for him. Don't hold me accountable for my BS. Let's just sweep that under the rug and let's pretend that none of that happened. Let's just move on forward, and you be that compassionate, loving being and healing person that you always are. Let's just be that. And you take care of me and you make me happy. You pour into me and we're good. That's my intention. My intention is to not deal with the dramas, the accountabilities, but for you to pour into me. That's what I want. Why the Queen of Cups? Yeah. And so at this point, if he doesn't get that, he feels like he needs to rethink his approach, because whatever he is not, after what you guys have talked about, he really feels like, wait, maybe I went about this wrong, that wrong. It's like kind of like an ego death is occurring with him, but he still wants what you have offered him from the past without you calling him out. Yeah, he's feeling like the victim. Forget how you feel. He feels like the victim because you have beat him at his game. You have called him out, or you probably told him about himself or something. And he feels like, wow, okay, so maybe I need to come up with a better sob story. He probably has some type of sob story. What is this Seven of Swords in reverse to the Nine of Wands in reverse? What is that? The Tower. Yeah, it was a shocking event. It was a shocking event. He was very shocked by your mood, by your tone, by your lack of compassion. He feels like you are being quite reckless and out of line, out of pocket. And that's not, again, it's about control. Even though the King of Wands not about control, I feel like that's how he feels like he can gain control. That's what the energy he came in with. But it's false energy because we got the High Priestess in reverse. Look at this. Now he's going to kind of like fall back. So you may not hear from him for a while, but really he wants to start up a conversation again. Honestly, he wants to have a new beginning about what? Oh, there we go. The devil. Okay. What is this devil energy? What is this conversation with the devil? What is, I don't got time for this. Yeah, he's still a Page of Cups in reverse. This is the problem we're dealing with. We're dealing with a toddler. That's what we're dealing with. Pass him a sippy cup, okay? He plays too many games. He's trying so many manipulative tactics. It's not working on you because you're protected. You're very clear. You see it very clearly for what it is, and you're pissing him off. And he's constantly coming in trying to throw different manipulative, demonic, low vibrating energy jabs at you to get you to drop your guard. And every time you don't drop your guard, the more the inside of his ego just dies. It just dies. It's like, oh, it's on life support. So his actions is the Lovers in reverse, stress that this may not work. I don't feel comfortable even working on this right now with her because I'm stressed. Definitely in his head about this. How do I make this work? How do I get her to comply? Not comply. How do I make this work? He looks at you like work, because Three of Pentacles, I'm gonna be honest, Three of Pentacles is like work. What the hell is this? Like a job? Like a co-worker? Because you were providing for him? What the hell is this Three of Pentacles? Where's the cups at? Again, where the hell are the cups? Three of Wands in reverse. Because there's lack of your cooperation, then therefore I'm going to hold back. Another manipulative tactic. And I'm going to stay 10 toes down on this until you respect me. False Emperor, Emperor in reverse. Stubborn, reckless, demanding, controlling. So let's ask this. What does he honestly want with Frankie? What does he honestly want? What does he really want with this? Justice. Ooh, damn. Justice and the Four of Cups in the reverse. He wants to make you hurt as much as he has. He's feeling alone. And so he wants you to feel alone and like he's disinterested. Hmm. And he's going to go the route of, okay, I'm just going to hold back. And he's very clear of that because you have standards. He's seeing very clearly your standards. Again, this is childish games. This is like the best way to describe the energy is like you're putting him on punishment and he's like, "Fine. That's fine. I'm just not going to talk to you." You know, like a teenager with their kids. You know, you say, "You know what? Since you want to act like this, I'm going to take your phone." "Fine. Well, I'm not going to talk to you." You know, it's like, "What the heck is this?" And that's the energy. It's very childish. But then look at this. He's really hurting himself to try to hurt you. Nine of Swords is how he's going to feel. He's going to have sleepless nights. He's going to be stressed and worried because he's trying to hurt you. He's hurting him. This is him. Idiot. Why the Nine of Swords? This is crazy work right here. He's thinking about why won't you just, come in and cooperate. Three of Cups, Three of Pentacles. Why all these people? Standards. Look at you. You're not moving. Look, even when I shuffle the deck and pulling more cards, you still standing on business. Queen of Swords. Okay? Whatever you told him, I think had a lot to do with his character that he may have not really saw coming from you. He really pegs you out as this Queen of Cups. Very kind, very generous, very gentle, very nurturing. And so for you to stand in your power and say, "Not today, Satan." Oh boy, that threw him for a loop. Tower. He knew at that point it was on. And so now you're on punishment in his eyes. He's going to punish you. Will he come back? Will he try to reconcile? Yep. Five of Cups, Knight of Wands in reverse. Yep. After he regrets, exploring other options and trying to make you jealous and all that kind of stuff, then he's going to come back around like he always does and be in and out again, still in that Knight of Wands in the reverse energy. Yep. And I think it has a lot to do with being impatient with you. He's going to feel like you're going to be selfish. He's going to see you as somebody that's selfish. You're not nurturing and loving. The Empress is nurturing, lover, loving, a good mother, a good provider, very kind, very sweet. See, by the time he decides to come in, he's going to realize like, wow, she's selfish. She's not giving anything to me. And it's going to trigger him. And he may even think that you're juggling him with someone else. I mean, even though y'all not even together, he going to think that you got someone else. He going to peg you as being a hoe. Let's just call it what it is. So whatever, who cares? At the end of the day, I would say, stand in your truth, stand in your power. I'm glad you had the conversation of closure because maybe those things that was said made you kind of realize what you were really dealing with and the fact that he's not changing. And sometimes, I hate to say it, y'all, sometimes we need that, even though it is painful truth, to just kind of just hear them. And then sometimes, unfortunately, we don't even get that and we just have to move on. But for him, he'll be back. He'll be back for that 10 of Pentacles, that stability. He can't have stability by running around town. That's not even possible. So that's what I got. All right. All right, y'all, those are the messages I feel that each of you guys need to hear. Thank you so much, Soul Tribe fam, for supporting me on this channel. It has definitely been one of those reads where I hope that I was able to dive deep and give you guys a lot of things to think about. So if I did do your reading today, good news, I will have all of these things time stamped and saved so you can access this video anytime you would like and be able to watch it as much as you would like. All right, just make sure that you save the video, or you know, put it in your little save folder or whatever, so you can check it back and play it back and look at everything. And if you have any other words, or if anything comes to light, don't hesitate to let me know. Okay, thank you guys so much to all of you. And if you didn't join today, no problem, I definitely understand. Don't hesitate to join me in the future, because you just never know, I may do another mini read for my members again, only if I got the energy. Because y'all know doing these readings, man, be wearing your girl down. But no, I'll probably do another one for new members, just to get the membership up. And for all my members, if you guys can do me a favor down in the comments, just kind of let me know what are some things as members you would like me to do on the channel, and I will do that exclusive content for you guys. Okay, so let me know what you want to see. Do you want to see certain readings, collective readings, all sign readings, me sharing my business, story time, whatever? Let me know what you guys want to see, and your girl will consider it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.